Alright, quick video. It has been a minute, but as you can tell from the title, riding a motorcycle when you're sick. I was bringing my daughter home from school and I got a call about an MRI that I had, and they had seen some neoplasts, and long story short, we went from singing sea shanties in the truck to finding out I had stage 4 lymphoma. And the good news, which there doesn't sound like there would be any, but the good news is that it is a very treatable type of lymphoma that you take a pill for, and it is something that you have treated your lifetime like diabetes, that you live a normal lifespan with, and it's not like a terminal illness. So anyway, that was for a couple weeks. I thought, I didn't know, I thought I was gonna die, quite literally, and I guess in some way or another we all are gonna do that, but I thought I was gonna do it much sooner. But anyway, long story short, I found out it's not a terminal illness. It's very treatable, and I wanted to shoot this video because in anybody that gets sick, you can still always do a version of something. So today I feel really good, but I do have to take a lot of medicine. And anybody that's going through something right now, I just want you to know that I'm a Christian, and you know, regardless of what you believe, I want you to know that I believe that God's holding you, He's holding me. Prayer works. But also, I want you to know reasons I haven't made a video for a little while. But another thing is that if you are not able to get out on a motorcycle yourself, you can still do motorcycling by just getting on YouTube, looking at websites, looking at parts, window shop. You never have to stop motorcycling just because you can't get on a motorcycle, because you can always still get yourself out there in one way or another, because especially nowadays there's a virtual world to do anything. But oh no, I figured it's kind of awkward, you know, telling people that you have anything wrong with you sometimes. But I do have still doing stuff with my bike. I have plans. I've even looked at 2 other bikes. I looked at a V-Strom 800. I looked at a Tenere. I will admit they don't quite feel right yet, and I do want to get through. I am doing a precautionary chemotherapy treatment, because what I have, I could just treat with the pill if I wanted to. The chemotherapy treatment is to shrink it faster to prevent mutations. You know, hopefully there are none, but anyway, yeah, just I didn't quite feel right yet stepping onto a new bike, and I would just sort of get it. It felt kind of like wasteful. There's still a long ways to go the more I look at the DR650 as far as what I want to do with it. I did sit on the V-Strom 800, and with the Tenere, it didn't feel like much of a step up from the DR, even though I know it has a lot more horsepower, even though I know it's got ABS and EFI and all that. It didn't feel like it justified the cost, because the DR is modifiable enough and it does enough of a job. I'm not saying it's a better bike. I know it's apples to oranges, but it's for how I ride, it wouldn't be much of a solution to the DR. The DR is kind of doing everything a Tenere would do now. However, the V-Strom 800 felt really good, and it felt really tempting. But if I did anything, it would be that V-Strom 800. But going through treatments and stuff like that, it's just really not the right time. There is one thing that tempted me that I might add to the channel though, and it's something much easier to ride, and it's something that I did before I started filming bikes, and that's an ATV. And I'm looking at, I had a Sportsman 570 before I started filming. I love that, and a lot of people, you know, they're really hard on a Sportsman. They trash. They're like, get a Japanese ATV. I'm looking at the Kodiak 450, possibly Kodiak 700 or King Quad 500/750. But anyway, the Sportsman, as long as you put oil in it and didn't put gigantic mud tires on it, and, you know, stress the axles and engine, it was fine, and there was nothing wrong with it. So I might move into something like that as I go through treatment. But I also have thought about doing on this bike, Biloxi, which is not far from where I live. I thought about maybe doing like just some ride through videos for people. I'm starting to think about people that can't get out and ride, and just some videos, like take them through town, show them the history of the area and stuff like that. Also, I will be, you know, anytime I do modifications, I will be keeping people up to date with that kind of stuff. Last night I ordered some Cherubies stuff, the hand guards, these little flipper floppers right here, elephant ear looking things. They gotta go. This one right here, in fact, from the day it was set up, has never been good, and I've just tolerated it, so that's kind of my fault. But I'm tolerating it no longer. And also, I'm going to put my Renthal on. I've got to see how I feel during treatments, so I'm not sure how quick I'm going to be getting around to that. But anyway, yeah, I might possibly be doing, depending on how I feel, definitely an ATV with power steering. They're very easy to load into your truck. Takes literally no effort to put it into your truck and lock it down. Unloading, it's a breeze. Driving it with power steering is also a breeze. Watch out, squirrel. I don't know if y'all saw that on the camera, but that squirrel was like, just, I don't know why, he was going full steam ahead towards this 21-inch wheel. But anyway, the ATV stuff might be pretty easy to film. I will not do how-to videos because I struggle mechanically, and I need YouTube for any mechanical stuff that I do. I'm not a wizard, and I don't claim to be when it comes to mechanical stuff, but I will definitely be changing some things on this bike. And sitting on that V-Strom and that Yamaha definitely made me realize, like, hey man, like, there's still some cool stuff that you need to do on this DR. Maybe you should hang on to it, because you're ultimately probably going to regret it if you sell it too quickly. And I don't feel like I'm finished with this bike, and I don't really know that I want to ever sell it, to be honest. So just that's a quick update. Keep an eye out for some new things. If you're going through stuff, mental, physical, whatever, God bless you. Have a blessed day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll have some stuff up for you soon. Take care.